Howdy folks, this is a review for the SJ5000X Elite Action Cam from SJCAM. Thanks SJCAM for sending this for the review. This is the big brother to the M20 SJCAM that I reviewed a week or so ago, and it's another fantastic camera. It has similar image quality to the M20, a little bit more contrasty maybe. It's also a 2K native camera with 4K capability. It does 1080 60, 1080 30, and all the others. You can look at the specs in the description. I'm not going to go through them all in the review. Now it has all the features of the M20 plus a few extras which are a really welcome addition, and I'll highlight them in the review a bit later on. Now comparing it to the GoPro 3 and the Mobius, it's about the same. It's a little bit bigger than the GoPro 3, a couple of millimeters in width, a little bit wider in depth as well. There's the Mobius for comparison, and let's have a look at the weights. The GoPro is 73 grams, the SJCAM 72 grams, pretty much the same, and the Mobius 43.5 grams. So it's about the same weight, a little bit bigger than the GoPro Hero 3. Now looking at the range of accessories that comes with the camera, and it's fantastic. You get a couple of mounting straps, stickers, instruction manual, micro USB cable, some sticky pads for mounting the clip mounts. Well, they've already got sticky pads on them. 2 clip mounts, one with a tripod mount, one without. Handlebar mount for your bike. There's a soft silicone lens cover, which is a great idea. Really appreciate that. And the standard mounts here, which all are compatible with GoPro accessories, so I can use a GoPro headband to use it as a hat cam. The naked housing, which is my favourite, and that has a clip on the back which you can remove to reveal the opening in the back and the lovely big 2-inch sensor. There's an adapter mount for the naked mount. There's a 30-meter underwater housing and a door, an alternate door that has holes in it, which allows more sound to go through. So that is not for use underwater, but in tough environments where you want to have it in the housing but you also want to record sound, that has holes in it to let the sound through. The 5000X is also Wi-Fi enabled, and you can use the SJCAM Zone app to connect. First of all, you need to turn Wi-Fi on the camera. That's the button on the side there. That's Wi-Fi turned on. Select the camera's Wi-Fi on your smartphone. There it is, SJ5000. Have to enter the password. Open up the SJCAM Zone app. There we are, we're connected. And on the app you can start and stop video, take photos. Back to video, and you need to go vertical orientation to get to the settings, and then you can change a lot of the settings in there as well. So looking at the camera itself, there's the mode and power button on the front. You've got LEDs that indicate when you're recording. The LED flashes when you're actually recording. You can turn that on and off, by the way. Up and down buttons and Wi-Fi button on the side. The card slot, micro USB connection, HDMI connection, battery in the bottom, and it has a nice colourful menu structure too. So here's the colourful menu and lots of options to step through, video and photo options. If you're in video mode or photo mode, you can just use the up and down buttons to go through the relevant selections for that mode. or you can actually go through the menu as well. So we've got video, photo there, video lapse, which is like time lapse but uses short segments of video, slow motion recording, and you can have 2 times, 4 times or 8 times slowed down, if that makes sense. Photo lapse or time lapse, I really like that option, and you get 3 seconds per shot, 5 seconds, 10, 20. They're all the options for time lapse. Burst mode, which is like rapid fire photos, long exposure for night shots, underwater, which reduces the blue and increases the red colours. TV out for FPV, I'll try that when my cable arrives. Motion detection, which starts recording when it detects motion. I haven't really tried that. Car mode, don't know what that is. Playback and setup. There's a more complete setup menu here, and you can step through all the different setups. You can shoot RAW as well. Turn that on and off. All very impressive. Okay, it's time for some tripod tests, and this is my old GoPro 2, which I used to think was fantastic. And when it first came out, it was the go-to camera. And this is the GoPro 3 Plus Silver, which I was very disappointed with. Low contrast, low sharpness, and a green color cast. And this is the SJCAM M20, which was a breath of fresh air, much sharper, brighter colors, much more contrast. Loved it. And this is the SJ5000X Elite, which is just as sharp, has even more contrast, maybe a bit too much contrast, but it's a fantastic camera. And this is on 2K, and you can see you get a slightly wider angle of view on 2K. I think it's a native 2K camera, fantastic image. And this is 4K, which is really just 2K with the doubled up pixels, so you're not actually gaining much out of that. So we're back on the high contrast setting, 1080p, and although it looks fantastic in the low angled winter Australian sun, it's probably too contrasty. But the SJ5000 has a low contrast setting, which I really like. I think this will be my standard setting for a sunny day now. And here's wide dynamic range, which lifts the shadow detail a little bit, but it's still quite contrasty. Now I'll go through some of the color settings. This is black and white, which is desaturated. It's not fully black and white. And what's this? Retro, I think. And warmer color cast. I'll never use these settings. And cooler color cast. Now I'll toggle the distortion correction on and off. It just takes a bit of the fisheye distortion out. I don't mind the fisheye actually. Now the camera's not absolutely perfect, and for the price you wouldn't expect it to be, but this is zooming into the narrowest field of view, 70 degrees, and it's still quite a usable image. I'm quite impressed with that. It has digital zoom as well, and you can zoom into 8 times, and this is where the image breaks down. It's still usable but very, very noisy, and that's just the fact of life using digital zoom, and should be avoided really, unless you desperately need it. Occasionally the processor struggles to keep up with the image processing, and you'll see up in the sky, I'll freeze it and zoom into the corner. You can see how the smooth sky breaks up into little blocks. And this happens to some extent with all cameras, and the SJ5000 actually handles it quite well. It's a lot worse on my Mobius, and even happened on my old GoPros as well. So that's the SJ5000X Elite from SJCAM. Purchase link and specs are in the description. Read them first before asking questions. For about half the price of a Yi 4K, third or a quarter of the price of a GoPro 4, this is a fantastic budget action cam. This is my best quality video camera now. Thanks for watching.